You good? Yes. All right, thank you. All right, well, thank you all for being here. We're all like getting it together this afternoon, so we appreciate everyone coming to our council meeting. We appreciate our guests for being here. Thank you for our tried and true members that come on the regular. First off, we have our City of Traverse Rest. This is a special city council meeting for this Monday, February the 9th, 5 o'clock. Calling to order, and this is for approval and announcement of our committee chair members. Can I get a motion to approve the committee chairs and members as presented? And okay, Grant, and I have a second.
Second.
I think that was Sherry. Let me just kind of remind everyone, we went over this at the last meeting, but we have our Ways and Means Committee. We have Chairperson Grant, members Sherry, Lisa, Kelly, and Catherine. And then for Planning and Development, we have Chairperson Catherine, member John, Kelly, Shanice, and Grant. Public Safety, we have Chairperson Kelly Byers, Shanice, Lisa, Cheryl, and John. And then Public Works, Chair Lisa Lane, Grant, and Sherry. And then Personnel Committee, we have Chair Shanice, Catherine, Grant, Sherry, and Kelly. Do we have any additional questions, conversation, notes? Okay, all in favor? Motion carries unanimous. Thank you for that. All right, I will adjourn our special city council meeting for Monday, February 9th, and we will wait 2 minutes before we start our regular committee meeting. So thank you guys for that. That was a matter of business to get us under proper committees. Okay. All right, we will now officially begin our City of Traverse Rest Council Committee meeting for Monday, February 9th. Again, thank you all for being here. For our guests, I know we have our regulars, but this is where we go through our committees, and so we have personnel tonight, which will go into executive session, but we will come out of that and come back for the rest of our committee meetings. And so if you guys want to hang around for a little bit, you don't necessarily have to leave, but we'll go through Public Works, Public Safety, and we have our staff here as well, and our chairs will handle that tonight. And then we'll also vote for our vice chairs. Okay, so first we'll start with our Personnel Committee. Dr. Shanice Chris.
All right. Council members Catherine James, Grant Baumgartner, Sherry Mara, and Kelly Byers are all members of this committee. I would like to ask, is there a motion to approve the December 8th Personnel Committee minutes?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, passes. Now I need a motion to enter executive session to discuss the administrator review. Your motion?
I'll make a motion to discuss administrator review in executive session.
Thank you. And a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, we're going to go into executive session and we'll come back when we're done. Thank you, everybody. Committee went into executive, hello, everyone. The Personnel Committee went into executive session to discuss the administrative review. No action was taken. I make a motion to adjourn this executive session. Is there anyway, motion, second, all in favor? All right. So then, this is what we're going to vote on now.
Yeah. Correct, yeah, just.
Okay, so the Personnel Committee, we would like to make a motion to have the administrator salary to be mid-range of what we have, and that it goes retroactive to January 2026. Is there a motion? Or do I?
I'll second that.
Thank you. And we'll vote on it. All in favor? All right, motion passes. Thank you. And now we're finished, right?
Yeah. Close it out.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
We're done.
Right, awesome. In case there is any question, Shannon, we love you and appreciate you. So thank you for caring for us. Thank you for all the hard work, and I know your team appreciates you. We don't know what we would do without you, but we appreciate you, and thank you for being thoughtful for all 9 of us and how that benefits the city. So it was a good review. Shanice and I will follow back up with you and have coffee and all that fun stuff, but we appreciate it.
What we're actually doing is bringing up to the actual salary study that you had done for us. We are bringing you up straight to the mid-range of what that recommendation.
All right, moving forward, Public Works Committee, Chair Lane.
I call to order the Public Works Committee. Present are myself, Grant Baumgartner, and Sherry Mara. Do I have a motion to approve the December 8th Public Works Committee minutes? Second?
Second.
All in favor? I would now like to open nominations for Vice Chair first. Sorry, Director Tate, then you're
Sorry.
next.
Philip, you don't
I'll
want
have
it,
it.
do you?
Not me.
Yeah.
No, no.
Any nominations for Vice Chair?
I'll wait.
If I could say this really quick for our new chairs, so you open up nominations for Vice Chair. If you have more than 2, we can do ballot. If you have none, then as Chair, you can volunteer someone on your committee to be your Vice Chair.
Will not be more than 1. Miss Sherry, I nominate you.
So I make a motion to approve Sherry Mara as the Vice Chair of the Public Works Committee. Do I have a second? All in favor? Sherry for serving in that capacity. Now Director Tate, it's on you for the review of the Public Works report for, I guess, December and January. I don't know if you want to do both.
I'll just, if it's okay with you guys, I'll just
Fine.
kind of just do a little rundown of the last 2 months. The last 2 weeks, 2 weekends, I want to thank each and every one of you for your support during the ice storm, the teams, the police and fire department, for the preparation that was put into that. During that time, it was a little tricky there for a little bit, but, you know, we made it through, and we're preparing for those kind of events and hoping to up some more training coming for the staff for those type events. We are having a glass recycling event February 21st. I'd like to invite all of you to come out and join us for that. The one that we had back in November, we had over 10,000 pounds of glass collected during that event with over 100, probably 110, 115 cars. Would like you guys to invite you guys to come out and be a part of that. That has been a huge success. This will be our 2nd event. We're going to try to squeeze 2 more in before the end of June. So, you know, we're looking for a good turnout coming up. Hopefully the one in March possibly will be combined with a shred event. We are working with the chamber on that event now, and the date will come out at a later time. There's a lot going on. Poinset's kind of sitting idle right now. We've had a couple of issues over there that's been addressed. We're waiting, my understanding, the contractor's waiting on the signal contractor to get in there, and then we'll be moving forward, you know, for the remainder of the project. Is there any questions or
Well, I just
missing something?
want to thank you and your team. You've had a busy December, and then we've had an ice storm and then a snowstorm, and y'all have done a lot of work and a great job, and so thank you. We appreciate that. So anybody on committee have any questions for Director Tate?
Only thing I was going to ask, can you remind us which areas the crosswalks are going to be done in? I know we've talked about, I know there's talk about the one in Chicora Alley and then on Main Street.
From my understanding, there is one going at Chicora Alley, and then, and Shannon can help me
I
with
believe,
this.
Councilmember Mara, I believe there's one at Pinestone Connection, and
That's-
then there's one at Chicora Alley, and then you have the diagonal crossing that's going in at Main and Center. We did have a meeting with DOT out at the site at the diagonal crossing. We don't have a timeline yet, but we've told them we need a minimum of 3 weeks so that we can get how that's going to operate out on our website. They're building it specifically for Travelers Rest and our traffic patterns. So the timing of it is going to be such that we can get bicycles across the diagonal, maybe fast runners, but that our pedestrians stay here. And that's to keep traffic flowing too. Otherwise, you have to really slow it down. So we have to have the ADA accessibility, and then we have to have the fast cycle route through. So it is a little bit of learning, and they are working with us and Beth and Philip to coordinate how do we communicate the utilization of this new pattern. It's a little different than what they've done in other areas where
Right.
they had longer time to let it stretch. So
The crosswalk at the gazebo, is that going to be I want to say erased, not there?
That one is going away from my understanding.
the sign
That
will be
one will be
taken away?
removed, and then it'll move down to
Okay.
Pinestone. Is that correct?
That'll be amazing. The crosswalk from Pinestone, is it a basic crosswalk? I know at one time we talked about a bigger concept of the crosswalk. Jay's shaking his head. It's painted. Okay, there's no bars or
I'm
anything
not
like
sure what
that.
the difference between a basic but we could pull up the standards and communicate that back
Okay.
to you. I'm not prepared off the top of my head. I would like to say that we do have good news, and that is that, and this is a question that's out in the community, was it planned to go to Mustang Drive? It was planned to go to Mustang Drive, and we are going to be able to do that. They had to get the stormwater improvements from catch basin to catch basin and get Thomas Drive going first. And we do have the funding to go to Mustang Drive. So I don't have a timeline for when that will happen, but DOT has committed that we have the funding. We've already had the funding. City does not need to come up with additional funds to make this happen, and that they were able to get the stormwater improvements such that we're able to continue up to that way. And that will connect going back into Bank of Travelers Rest.
Okay, and you say, so it's going to be a sidewalk?
It's going to be, yes, it's going to,
Okay,
it's going to
yep.
follow both sides. You're going to have the pedestrian sidewalk on, if you're going towards 25, on the right hand, and then the
Okay.
multimodal lane on the
Okay,
shared use
nice.
path. Sorry, new terminology. So that's very good news that we've just gotten, but we do not have timelines for that yet.
Okay.
Have they talked to us at all about lights, what kind of lighting we're going to be able to do, or we're going to be able to do any lighting at those crosswalks?
There is some pedestrian lighting there, but I haven't heard anything specific on the lighting at the crosswalks.
The challenge is, and we had to unhook our lighting that we did at the pedestrian, is that DOT does not allow lighting at crosswalks on DOT roads.
Why is that? Anyone on council have any questions for Director Tate?
I do.
Okay.
There you go first, sorry. I was curious, just during the ice storm with the Gold Line, we've taken over responsibility of maintaining it. When we have ice, significant ice, are we able to close there's a bridge at one point up the trail, and I just was thinking about the safety of that bridge. Do we have the ability to close it? Do we close it? What is our responsibility in that situation?
That's something that we can look into, and I will follow back up with you on that. There's a lot of stuff that has to be done, and the capacity of it, I don't know what that would look like. Obviously, there would be some closing on each side of it there, but I don't
I
know
was
how
just
you
more
could police
curious,
that.
what is our responsibility when we have extreme weather?
And I think that's a great question, and I'll do some research and see what we can do to put something in place. I don't know of anything in place right now because that Greenville County maintains the Swamp Rabbit Trail, and we'll definitely look into that and see what we can implement.
This might be a silly question. So when we scrape the roads, the lights popped off on a lot of them. Does DRT come back and put like the lights on the highway back, the reflectors, yeah?
we can ask them. They have a contractor that does that when it's paving. I mean,
Like over in front of the high school where I live, there's tons of the reflectors that are trash. So then I'm like, well, we need to come sweep them up. Or it'd be nice if DOT would sweep them up, but that was just something. But we also need our reflectors back. I would think that would be important. So that was just a question of mine.
lane delineations.
Tell you, I've picked up many, many of those
I
in my
bet.
trash pickup times that get reused or.
I will say, whoever contractors we have that were scraping, I mean, maybe it was DOT for the ice and everything, I thought they did a great job. I'm sure we could always improve that, but they were out there pretty quickly trying to scrape the road, so I appreciate that. Doesn't happen often, so.
And I think mostly our main thoroughfares here are state maintained and on roads, so that's a big.
I saw in the report there was some vandalism at one of the bathrooms. Is that one of the first times that we've had that happen? Is it a pattern or,
That was at the Chico Bowling.
okay,
And we do have cameras installed over there now.
I was going to ask for
So
about cameras, yep.
They're up and running. I think the first couple of months, we had about 4 incidents where they just came through and, would vandalize, and we'd have to clean up, put back, and then, but we do have cameras installed now.
Councilmember Mira, I'll jump in on this because it's been a big discussion. We have had, it seems to be youth vandalism where they come in and pull all the paper down, and that is quite expensive to replace the toilet paper. In response to this, we do have cameras on the outside of the bathroom. Obviously, we can't put cameras inside. And we have asked Chief Ford, and he's agreed, and his team has agreed to make much more regular presence known there. We also lock it at night, so it's happening during the day.
Right.
We do know that, but trying to get a little bit more involved there. Officer Blake, our community officer, is getting more involved there. We'll follow up with anything we catch in terms of traffic at a time period we can denote this is when it happened. We have regular checks on the bathroom. Philip has a pretty sophisticated operation through the QR codes to know the last time we checked the restrooms, so we can dial it back to that. It's challenging, and I did let a few of our officers know, we appreciate you walking more laps over there because this is taking funds away from things that we want to do in other regards to replace the toilet paper. And they said, oh, we have to do the police reports, so we're on it too. So I think everybody's pretty motivated to try to, just make our presence really known there. And hey, guys, this is your amenity now. Let's love it. Let's not trash it.
Are the cameras new?
Yes,
Okay.
as in 2
good.
weeks.
Are you going to put signs up that there are cameras in use? Because if it's kids and they see that, they might be a little bit more
We
hesitant.
do have those. We have had discussion of putting those up, and, I think it could go either way.
Yeah.
So we can put some up over there, but
I think we're
I
leaning
think
towards
right
putting
now
them up.
we haven't had anything since the cameras were installed. Right. And one thing I will just kind of give an update on Gateway, the Gateway restrooms. Hopefully will be open in about a week and a half with a total renovation, new roof, exterior paint, some new sidewalks around the restrooms over there, new flooring, new fixtures all the way through. So we're very proud of that. So hopefully, and we do have cameras over there as well.
One more thing. With Gateway Park, since it's ours now and we're able to do signs, is there a way we can do signage? There's not really anything unless you turn down the side road, but to be more accessible, I think that's a great advantage we have in TR, that we have a park literally right off the trail. Be able to direct.
Councilmember Mayor, this is something that Philip and I have been in discussion this week. We have replicated the rules signs that Greenville County had out there, branded it with TR, and Philip's gotten pricing. It's actually relatively affordable to get some signage up. We, however, believe that the master park plans will come in with some good ideas of how to really brand and sign
Tie 'em all
well from the
together.
outside. So we'll have some immediate stuff come up that'll tell you this is this park and this is how we use it and these are the rules. But we look forward to kind of an explanation of what's the best way to market to the community, to our residents, but to our visitors as well going forward. I think that's part of the master plan.
Any Any other questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If there's no other questions, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Public Safety Committee, Chair Byers.
I call to order the Public Safety Committee meeting for February 9th. Present are myself, Shanice Chris, Lisa Lane, Cheryl Garniero, and John Campbell. Do we have a motion to approve the December 8th Public Safety minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. And now I'd like to open nominations for vice chair.
I'll nominate Dr. Shanice Chris.
Other nominations? Okay. Thank you, Shanice Chris. I make a motion to approve Shanice Chris as vice chair of the Public Works, Public Safety. Just reading what's in front of me, sorry. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Great, thank you. Okay, and now we will review the December and January public safety report, starting with police. Thanks, Captain.
Welcome. Mayor, council, good evening.
So it looks like in 2025, everything trended well, except a few more moving vehicle violations, so, or collisions. That's awesome news for the city.
Yeah, and total calls overall go up. It went up by about 9,000, but also you got to take into consideration, we're also, we go with fire department on every call, so that's also causing it to increase too. Accidents went up, I think, 13 for the whole year for 2025 compared to 24, so that's not that much of a increase in overall. I think our crime rate is not quite as high. Walmart went down in 25 compared to 24, except for December and January. I don't know if the holiday season got into them or in the snow, but we had several more compared to last year as far as shoplifting goes. Right now, we still have 2 openings, and we have 2 officers that are in training. Hopefully, within the next 2 months, they'll be out on their own. So, does anybody have any other questions?
Does anyone on the committee have questions for Captain Kelly? Anyone on council?
No, but we had no accidents during the snowstorm, is that correct? Did I read that
We only
correctly?
had a couple, and
Okay.
we didn't have very many calls at all.
Great.
Fortunate, everybody stayed off the road, and so our guys, we told them to be on call responsive. So there was actually several nights we had 0 calls whatsoever. Our department, y'all were the same way, wasn't you? Because our guys mostly hung out with them, so they didn't have very many calls, and we didn't actually have more wrecks when it's dry than we did when it snowed and had the ice storm.
Oh, goodness.
Back to norm.
People stayed home, that was good.
We followed directions,
Yeah,
yay!
good job, Tiara.
Yeah, for once, everybody listened.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Before you go, I was going to ask, sorry, I don't know where at the end. The police survey that y'all did, is that something that we're going to get results from?
Yes, as soon as Chief Ford tallies everything up.
Okay.
Should have it soon.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
All right,
Thank you.
Chief. Good to see you.
Yes, I'm back. Good, bad, or indifferent, I'm back.
Anything you want to highlight for us for December and
No,
January?
not really. Our call volume last month was about normal, 140 calls last month. So some days there's 3 calls, some days there's 11 calls, and I think they've run 6 calls today or whatever. It kind of back and forth. We did up staff like the police department did for the storms. Didn't have any real issues. We we got a plan in place just like they do, and so, I mean, really, forecast says there's something coming, they're like worker bees, they have everything ready, and, I do want to mention Walmart, we're going to send out a thing to them, they, provided food for the whole event, just said, hey, send us a shopping list, we'll get it together, and y'all come pick it up, so we're going to make a big deal on our Facebook stuff and on our social media and send them something for that. We always appreciate them, they've done that a couple of times, and a couple of other businesses that do the same thing when we ask, so that's good to have a relationship with them. Our call volume's in there, the training hours are in there. If you see a Berea fire truck sitting in front of our station, I'm not sure if it's in the bay or it's outside tonight, but we're doing auto aid training with about 4 other departments, and when we do that, we kind of shift departments around a little bit to help cover areas. So our guys are over doing training, Berea comes and helps us. We've got one of our trucks that are here with manpower, but they bring a truck up, and we do the same thing for Duncan Chapel or whoever. Just that way everybody's covered, but we use other ones. We do also have a survey, and I'll get you the results. I was pleasantly surprised at what it came out. Beth, I just sent her the questions, and she does her magic and sends it out, so I appreciate Beth taking care of that. But it was kind of interesting, some of the comments we got back. We really got no bad comments. I was interested that we got some comments about the newly annexed area over off Tubbs Mountain and all that. I really wasn't sure how many people, knew that had happened or whatever, but we did get some comments about it. So interesting to get the community input.
Does anyone on the committee have questions for Chief? Anyone on council?
I will say we had one opening last week. We've already filled it today, so
Great.
we keep a pretty good pool of applications and people ready. So we had a gentleman come do his agility test that we were looking at, and he was good. Hired him today. He'll start next Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Administrator Herman, is there anything you'd like to highlight for the building or municipal court?
Councilmember Byers, I'll just say that we did see an uptick in the building. This is the second phase of White Hawk Meadows coming on, so not any of the new neighborhoods coming up yet. So we do anticipate 2026 getting a little busier here as we go in. Also, in relation to that, I've been talking with all of our financial advisors, municipal advisors, and anybody we've talked to in the real estate profession, and all seem real optimistic about 2026. So my understanding is that there's capital on the sidelines that's waiting to invest. Rates have come down just a little bit, so everybody seems to be optimistic that we'll see some of that capital come into some commercial projects. So we're hopeful to get some of that in front of you soon.
Great. Thank you. Does anyone on the committee have questions for Administrator Herman? Anyone on council? Okay. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Thank you.
Planning and Development Committee Chair James.
I call to order the Planning and Development Committee. Present are myself, committee members John Campbell, Kelly Byers, Shanice Chris, and Grant Baumgardner. Do I have a motion to approve the December 8th, 2025 Planning and Development minutes? Thank you. All in favor? Okay, I would now like to open nominations for vice chair.
I'd like to nominate myself.
Anyone else? Okay.
Myself. I would like to nominate myself. I'm like right here.
Do what Sharon tells you to do.
I always have it. Like, that's the first thing I do is like, is it here? But I will talk like this. I'll eat the microphone.
Kelly, stop screaming at us.
Attitude. Okay.
Turn the volume down.
I make a motion to approve Kelly Byers as vice chair of the Planning and Development Committee. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right. Thank you, Kelly. Director Martin, would you please give us a review of the December and January Planning and Development reports?
I sure will. You have 2 reports, one that came out before I was on vacation. And so I found one that I could send that I gave to my planning commission. I think it's a good report just to show you a map and where everything, I think there is a typo on there that I misnamed one of them, so don't hold that against me. But it gives you a good idea of what is going on. That chart is listing number of houses that are complete. That chart is like somebody's living in there. So I went through, I was able to find which, so that percentage complete means the house is complete, somebody's living in it. Our standard report, which I'll go from right now, for you that haven't been on council, is the one that came later. It was an addendum too, and this is the one I usually go by. It'll have some different numbers, but this is based off of building permits that are pulled, is the difference. And so I'll go through and make a couple comments on that list. The LEVA project, basically what's holding up the start on that is they're getting their SCDOT permits and working through the encroachment permits, and that's holding that up a little bit. White Hawk Meadows Phase 2, the pre-engineering meeting, that's the first meeting we have with land development. That's scheduled for next week, and they will start through the process on their engineering for that phase. And I'll keep you up to date on when that comes. There's nothing that'll come back before council on that. Then also in the projects under construction, the refuge and the villas at North Valley have both started. You won't see any structure that it's gone up on villas at North Valley, but they have their first building permits. So that'll be really soon. Then there's 2 houses started up at the refuge. And so we're going to see those start to move forward. In short-term rental, no, there's nothing there, but there's I have lodging projects listed under there. The station, Phase 1B, which is the actual 16 rooms, and the event, they both have approval from land development. We're going to have a pre-con next Monday night, or next Monday. And so they will get under construction very soon there. At the bottom, and just notes, the Pinestone commercial, they're still working through their SCDOT encroachment permit. Seven Brew has land development approval. We should see that coming on soon. And the Gateway Fitness Court, the equipment has been ordered, comes in, and we will be completing that in May.
Thank you. Does anyone on committee have any questions for Director Horton?
It says Tubbs Mountain and Hemlock for Leva. Is that Tubbs Mountain Extension?
Yes, that is.
And then there's a note about the sidewalks. Can you explain where those sidewalks are going? And I can't picture where those are.
Yeah, so right there at Tubbs Mountain Road, there a creek that crosses under there. That's Beaver Dam Creek. Goes over to Plaza Drive. There will be a sidewalk that is a shared use path. It's 10 feet wide that will go from Plaza Drive back to Tubbs Mountain Extension. That's being put in by the developer. We will own it and maintain it.
It runs behind the mini storage unit and the car wash and all that?
No, it will run behind the units that will be there and the apartment units.
Along the creek?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
This map that was included, and for me, it's all dots. I
Oh.
don't know if that's just because I'm looking on my phone.
That's not nice at
or
all. I
something.
don't know. PDFs, you just can't trust them.
So what is it supposed to be showing? Do you know what?
All your dots are probably actually words.
No, yeah, like there's no letters, so I
Yeah,
don't know what
that's-
I'm looking at. Okay.
Sorry about that. I didn't know it had done it does its thing sometimes. And I think I duplicated the name, either the refuge, like twice, something like that. I'm trying to remember from the planning commission meeting. It got pointed out to me. That just gives an idea of where those developments, those are all the things that have occurred since I started working with the planning commission.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Okay, would you mind sending us, assuming you have a picture of the fitness court or maybe some type of I'm curious to see if, is there anything additional of what conceptually it might look like, so we can start mentally preparing for it.
Let me look up what I have.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
send to you. Problem.
Jay, the Seven Brew, the coffee, where is that going again?
It's right beside the Waffle House, where the pine trees are,
Okay,
right there, where the encampment is.
okay. So it's not in the strip mall area?
No, it is not in the strip
Okay,
mall
that's,
area.
yep.
No.
Like the entrance is going to be facing Dollar General?
The entrance is from the Tractor Supply side and exits on the 25 side. Not on the 25, but that
Gary,
side.
the Caribou Coffee is going in the strip mall, the new
Gotcha.
chunk.
That's right. That's Caribou Coffee's going
Okay.
there. We don't have enough coffee in town yet.
Coffee.
We're still working on coffee.
But it's coffee
Seven?
shops that open later.
Let's say,
Our-
how late are
Our
they
mom
going to
and
be
pops are
open?
delicious,
There you go.
till 4, and then this will go to 10 o'clock.
Okay, any other questions? All right, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
All right, Ways and Means Committee, Chair Baumgartner.
All right, I call the Ways and Means Committee to order. Myself, Sharon Mara, Lisa Lane, Kelly Byers, and Catherine James are all present on the committee. I will make a motion to approve the December 8th Ways and Means Committee minutes.
Motion. Oh, you made the motion. Second.
Okay, we've got that. Any changes or additions at this point? All right, moving on to the letter C, election of vice chair. I will at this time open nominations for vice chair of Ways and Means Committee.
I'd like to nominate Lisa Lane as vice chair.
Got Lisa Lane. Any other nominations? All right, hearing none, then I will make a motion to approve Lisa Lane.
Second.
All in favor? All right, moving on to letter D, ordinance, to amend the 2026 budget. I make a motion to make an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2026 budget, which includes an updated park rental fees and allocate funds. That is my motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, thank you. All right, with our previous budget, there was no need to have a robust park rental fee structure. This ordinance provides the structure necessary to equitably charge groups to use the newly acquired park space. Ordinance also addresses the $315,000 in non-departmental funds that covers the pay increase first in the comp time payout that occurred in December and in January. Splits up the approved amount between departmental salaries, taxes, retirement, and comp time to align the budget with the actuals. After closer consideration, our accountants have determined that this line item needs to be spread across the departments as salary expenses. A quick reminder that the salary adjustment amount represents roughly half of the total, about $274,000. Increase recommended in the salary study, as we are only implementing for the second half of the year. There will be some funds left over due to some employees choosing to retain up to 80 hours of comp time to be used as paid time off. That will remain in the non-departmental line item. So if you will remember, we've paid out, we're doing away with the reserve amounts that we had that were a liability for all of us. Those are being paid out except for those that are deciding to keep up to 80 hours. So that is there. We are cleaning up again what the accountants have asked for, to simply place them all on line items now, reflected in the budget. And if you all looked at the budget that was included in our packet, it does show where those items have been adjusted. And we are making, since we do own parks now, we are actually putting a fee structure into our fee schedule. So Administrator Herman, have I summed that all up?
Mayor Baumgartner, I thought you did a great job summing it up. I would just note that there is no budget dollar increase in here, so we're not asking for more money. The accountants, when we first did this, looked at it and said, yep, I think an easy way to do it is put it in the non-departmental one line item. That was an easy way to see it and see the total amount, but as we got into the actual utilization of the budget, it needs to go to the departments so that you can assign it out salary-wise. So that's all that this is.
Anybody have any questions they'd like to ask on the committee?
I think it's better that way, too.
Anybody on council have any questions? All right, we have had a motion and a second. We are moving this on to full council. Those in favor on committee? For that. All right, I will entertain a motion to adjourn Ways and Means.
Motion.
Second.
All right, moving along, old business, we have none. New business, we have none. Miscellaneous matters, Administrative Herman, would you like to give us an update?
Thank you, Mayor Amadon. I'll make it quick because I know it's been a long evening. First of all, thank you very much for your kind comments tonight. That means a lot to me. This is it's a wonderful place to be, and it's an honor to be here. I want to let you know that our Parks Master Plan is well underway. We've had a couple meetings with them, with our firm that we're working with, and they will be issuing a citizen survey shortly here towards probably the end of the month or the very beginning of March. I want to let you know that's coming out. And then they will receive that back and kind of go through the responses there so that when they present to you in March and April, we've got a foundational base to start from. That will be your first presentation and your opportunity to really participate with your hopes and dreams, and then they'll come back to you with a final presentation after that. Our Civics 101 class, we opened it up with 25 spots. They were full in 2 days. We've extended it to 31 spots. So we will, that will take place on February 20th. We had a guest of honor who needed to get in there. I think if you come to every meeting, you get to make this class for sure. Much thanks to Beth. She's helped me take your orientation book and develop that into a workbook that will be a product that we use throughout that. And every departmental head will participate in this so that folks who are in the class will really get the great question and answer with the expert in each field. So very excited about that. Reminder of our budget retreat upcoming February 26th. We look forward to having MASC participate with us on that. The Chamber of Commerce has their inaugural annual meeting tomorrow here in Council Chambers at 8:30 a.m. I will be doing my State of the City presentation if you want to attend that. It's the same one, so if you don't want to attend it, you've already got the information. And then, I already announced that Poinset's going to be extended to Mustang Drive. So.
Thank you. Grant, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. It sounds like you're trying to be part of the trio that comes to our monthly meetings, and so if you want to quickly introduce yourself to council, that'd be helpful.
Yeah, so brought me to like the region. Trying to find opportunities for me as a citizen to get.
Thank you. We really do appreciate you guys coming to our council meeting, so thank you for that. Does anyone on council have anything for the good of council?
I just wanted to say, oh, sorry, do you want to go?
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to say publicly how much I appreciate Clearview Church really stepping up and being a warming shelter and also to allow pets to come. I talked to an assistant, the pastor was sick that day. There wasn't actually anyone who used it, but it's there and they're open to do that for us. And I appreciate that because we did have, I believe Saturday night there were 1,000, I told you, 1,000 out of power for a good 10 to 12 hours. A tree had fallen. So just knowing that was there helped me sleep easier.
Grant?
I just wanted to make everybody aware, in our packet, there were boards and commission appointments for 2025 with names on them. I just want, especially for the new folks, to realize these are not our full commissions and full committees or boards. These are just the ones that we have approved this year. They're new appointments, and they will join those that are already on the committee, so.
Do we have a motion to adjourn? Okay, second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, thank you all for being here. We appreciate it.